Welcome to another episode of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, Tomb of Annihilation. That's right, I got it right. And let's put up the party. Let's put up the party picture. Yeah. Gotta have the party picture up there. I'm sorry. It's just gotta be there at the beginning now.
Okay.
So let's do some introductions briefly, and then we'll jump right into the recap and the death of Tobias. So first, I'm Vallen. I will be playing as Ulfgar Holderheck, a dwarven bard sorcerer multi-class. And directly to my right is Lyssa, who will not be joining us this evening, typically playing as a barbar lizardfolk, aka a barbarian lizardfolk. And next to her, is Kellisto.
I'm Kellisto of the Bear God clan and also temporarily Valia Bonesmasher.
Indeed. And then next to her we have Nerevar.
That's me, and I'll be playing as Tobias Salazar, who is a special sorcerer and who was probably insulted by this foreshadowing of his death. I'm not very sure. I'm not very sure how to digest it.
You'll be fine.
It's just an implication, that's all. It's implied, that there may be death. I mean, it is a tomb of annihilation after all. We wouldn't want to, disappoint the tomb. So.
Yeah, I thought we have plot armor. Okay, so as I'll be playing as Tobias Salazar, who is a special sorcerer, and his Eidolon Arokh Ironscale. Pretty much.
An NPC that is currently not with the party. Directly to the right is Flippy, and one that is with the party is Aelia, a Centaur Cleric fighter multi-class that was previously played by RoraxPlays, who's no longer able to join us for the campaign due to time differences, because she's in down the other side of the globe. Anyway, down in the bottom right corner of the screen, way down there, is Kashcah.
Hi, I'm Dungeon Master.
That's right. She is the one trying to keep us alive. So, despite our best efforts. To recap, last episode 72, and we're back to where we were. We rested and moved on to the long, tarnished corridor with morbid paintings lining the sides. Any unliving thing entering it instantly aged. We lured the flying metal creatures from the next room into this corridor, forcing... Oops. I lost my spot. Sorry. Forcing them to lose their weapons. We then overtook them easily to this fact alone. Kellisto was able to shut off the effects, allowing the rest of us passage once we had downed those critters. We then proceeded to the passage in the south wall into a room with a fog cloud that was pouring out of a cauldron, a nasty green fog cloud. Lidding the cauldron, a trio of small constructs were found claiming to be the souls of children, stitched to the constructs by 3 hag sisters known as the Sewn Sisters, S-E-W-N, like stitched. Anyway, also revealed under the fog was a cage holding a tortured and scrawny version of Kellisto, who seemed to actively know everything that the other Kellisto knew, but no more. Finding her locked in the cage with no key and no desire to cause such a loud noise, freeing her, we checked our surroundings for a key only to find several doors leading to several traps and a single large green door with skeleton key locks in it that were sealed. We then checked out the surrounding rooms, finding one with a gravity trap that we narrowly escaped, and another with a room filled with flitting scroll papers and a lever. Tobias checked out the papers and lit one on fire, only to reveal a group of dust mephits lying in wait among the papers.
Bum, bum, bum.
And that's where he's at, is up here right now. And these are all the little mephits that are all around him and in the room of papers, while the rest of the party is currently just kind of hanging around down here watching and
Well,
waiting.
to be fair, I'm very allergic to dust mites.
Me too. And I think that brings us up to date. Hey, there's the turn order popping up. They are not friendly dust mites, giant dust mites.
Giant dust mites.
I know they're dust in the fits.
Boy.
But let's do Ulfgar here. And then we need Aelia.
Oh, I'm rolling great today.
Yeah.
I'm probably pretty good. Look at that.
Hooray. That usually means one of us is about to die.
You keep saying this.
Hey! Hold on. Initiative. This is for Aelia. I need to click on the people. I can't with that cursor. There we go. And then initiative. And then I go over to Ulfgar and I click on his initiative. And there's the results there. Just let me bring that turn order up a little bit more. Whew. Oh, hi, lady. So.
Just waiting for one more.
Is it me?
No.
Who's
Tobias.
Oh, the guy that's in the room getting attacked. He's like,
Nice
no, no, I don't want to.
I'm trying. Like my roll 20 is just like very choppy. Can't.
I could roll
choose
for
token.
you.
No.
He's rolling really well
I was
today.
gonna say, I mean.
Maybe she's wasting it on initiative rolls. I'm
Yeah,
fine with
maybe.
that.
Alright, we got everybody?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. Oh dear. Sorry, she's a bit stumbly. Let me put her back up.
Well, we can get started while Vallen is doing that. With the first action from the dust methods. So they need to roll some stuff and things. 1 second. I need to roll.
Rolling stuffs.
Okay.
Did they sneeze attack him? Tell me they sneeze.
Maybe that is how they cast this. Yes, because it is an innate action for them. So Tobias, you are overcome by this dust method right here. Does this kind of like sneeze towards you, and the other three mimic its actions. Well, basically all four are doing the same action. So you see all four of them kind of do this sneeze, right? And you are overcome by a feeling of sleepiness and peace and tranquility, and you just kind of want to
So
lay
they are
down.
friendly.
And
Do they make me high?
no, they make you fall asleep. Sorry. So you kind of slowly, like, well, not slowly, you quite quickly sink to the floor and grab some pages from the air and make yourself a little pillow and fall right to sleep. So that's their turn. And
No saving throws. Oh, okay.
no saving throws. They get to roll how many hit die are affected by their sleep action, and they rolled 19. So more than enough to get you to fall asleep.
So yeah, we should take these guys along with us normally just so we can get a better night's rest.
Just hold them. Sneeze on him. Let's do it. So Tobias, you're sleeping. So actually the next turn is Aelia's.
She has no idea what's going on and is waiting behind everybody right now. So she does nothing because I don't think hearing some sneezes would provoke her to actually do much. I'm sorry. I could metagame it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think she would even hear them, to be honest, with like the fluttering of the pages.
Mm-hmm.
It's, the noise is probably somewhat disguised, right? So actually, so she just hanging out where she's at?
Yep.
Okay. Then Tinder and Arokh.
So they're still able to function normally with Master asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not totally out of the game. Only 1/3 of his own party.
Micromanagement.
Fire breath. Come on. You'll get them all.
Whoosh. Room's just gonna.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't recall correctly, we have Tobias on the leash, right?
We do.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is probably just gone slack.
Yeah, so my other ones probably will sense that something is wrong and will try to pull the rope to drag me out.
Oh dear.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Yoink.
Alright. So Tinder is pulling so Kellisto, you would see Tinder kind of starts like backing up, trying to back up with the rope. I'm assuming that Tinder's just gonna kind of back up as opposed to actually trying to pull the rope, as she doesn't have possible thumbs.
Well, I would. Well, it's not my turn, but probably she would go in and try to grab the rope to like pull herself.
Well, the rope is actually going through all the party right now. It's anchored on Aelia.
Okay.
Then I would shout. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Then I would shout for Aelia to move backward.
Okay.
Pull the rope.
Is Arokh doing anything?
Arokh is watching
probably will.
that guy, right?
Yeah, he probably will be standing guard against this guy.
Okay. And Ulfgar?
If told to pull the rope, he'd pull the rope. Same with Aelia, I would assume. I mean, that's kind of what they were waiting for, is if there's trouble, pull the rope. They all did kind of have that set up, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then, so Ulfgar and Kellisto, is that kind of what you guys are doing? Pulling the rope?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Heave-hoo!
So, yeah, I mean, I don't think Tobias is a particularly heavy guy, but probably equipment just as much as...
Ulfgar has trouble lifting the rope.
Yeah, but you've got Kellisto.
I know,
All the mix-up
I'm just saying.
for your noodle arms.
Right.
For Ulfgar's noodle arms. So yeah, Tobias will kind of, if everybody starts pulling the rope, then Tobias's, personage will slowly be pulled out of the room.
I would assume that Aelia would probably have to, because she had the end of it, have her, go down this way.
I mean, you guys have thumbs, right? So you guys can do the, feed the rope thing. It's a little more challenging when you don't have,
Okay.
the dexterity in your hands to pull the rope.
Hands, claws, whatever.
Is Valia doing anything this round? Will she kind of come over or stay where she's at?
No, she probably would have just, without really knowing what was going on. I don't know that we ever communicated anything to her. She probably would have just opened the next door just to look in.
It's probably true. I hate to say it, but probably true.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. So let's do. Hang on. Like that. There we go.
Very warm, inviting, safe room with no.
She'll just kind of look in there for a little bit.
So she sees there's a stone shelf. Well, actually, so two big things that she sees. there is a hexagonal-shaped mirror on the wall back here. That's kind of what you can see right there. And then there's a shelf, a stone shelf underneath it with some candles on. It's probably what she and there are some words scrolled on the wall above the mirror. But with like a 6-second kind of glance in there, that's probably, you know, from this distance, probably all that she's able to make out.
Yeah, I think the other room kind of like taught her not to just walk into them, so she'd probably close the door
Okay.
and then go try to find us.
She'd probably be like, Ulfgar, I got another room with levers for you to pull.
Yep, pretty much.
Alright, so then so you guys are pulling the rope. Valia checked out the room and is now coming over. And now the dust methods have their turn. So they're going to do some claw attacks.
Uh-oh. This might wake him up.
Well, you're stealing their target, so yeah, they're just gonna do whatever now.
What? Think of it this way, there's only 3 of them can attack you now instead of 4.
Sorry, just reading one last thing. One more thing. Okay.
Super special
Alright,
sneeze
that's
attack.
fine. So there are some claws coming your way. So.
Oh, hit.
As he's asleep, do they get special bonuses?
I think that they would attack with advantage, but
Yeah, 12 is enough to hit.
okay. So those are the 2 attacks that are done to you. So this guy will move up here and that there. So it does wake you up. So you awake, and it's your turn next, quite conveniently. So you wake up to a couple of claw wounds from the dust methods, and being dragged out of the room.
I'm on the floor.
You are on the floor. Yep.
Spells. Does attack of opportunity count as reaction?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar.
Oh.
Okay. So make a strength save and can't take reactions until then next.
That's new.
Yeah, that's the last time when I used this was in the crypt where we found Bag of Holding.
What's your DC?
My DC is 17.
Okay, so
Holy
they fail. So you want to roll the damage?
I'm going to roll the damage. 36. Moink. What a garbage.
Okay.
And I'm going to take this opportunity and move my arms from the floor and move towards the door.
Okay. Sure.
And they cannot take a reaction until the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming I'm safe from attack of opportunity.
Yep. Sure are.
Mount up.
So that's your turn for now, I think, unless you've got any bonus actions you would like to do.
Mount Tinder
Okay. All right.
as a bonus action.
Then Aelia?
She loosens her grip on the rope so that if he is seeing him now and him mounting up on Tinder, she loosens her grip on the rope enough that she can still keep it within her possession, but not enough that if he charges forward, it rips in her grip. You know, she doesn't want to burn her hands or anything like that.
Sure.
So she still just holds up, keeps the rope, but doesn't have it taut anymore. And that's all she does because she can't see anything.
Okay. Then Tinder?
Okay, Tinder goes out a bit. Is this room high enough to fly?
I don't think it's real. I mean, you could probably just about, but there's not a lot of space in there. Hang on, I can tell you.
Between this floor and the bottom, yeah.
Oh,
was
those two.
5,
Yeah,
was 5 feet.
yeah, and here definitely. That's this kind of balcony area is 10 feet above the floor here.
10 feet. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's more than enough.
Yeah, this room.
So-
Sorry, I thought you were talking about this room, but no, this room
Okay,
there's plenty
so-
of room to fly.
Okay, so Tinder will go and make some room for Kellisto, and she'll be hovering right here-ish
Okay,
with the bird on his back.
all right. Is Arokh staying where he's at?
Yeah, he'll make sure that this guy won't do anything.
Okay.
Did
Ulfgar.
you basically just push me to the front of the line?
Ulfgar draws his...
You have range support.
lets go of the rope, draws his weapons, and charges up.
Okay.
Upon seeing, there's a bunch of sneezy miffits in there. He shouts at them. Get off me lawn! And
What?
he does a Fus Roda. Let's see here. What level shall we do?
Why?
It's been a while since we've seen this one.
It is. It's a very small room. Nice area. So we're going to do Thunder Wave. We're going to do it at level 3. It's not asking me for a level. Oh, that's because it's doing a hit. Okay. 3. Submit. So there you go.
Okay, so they get con saves. So they are not pushed and take half the damage, right? When they succeed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's it for his turn.
Okay. All right. You see, the dust methods kind of appear to lose some of their cohesion. Like they kind of, well, the dust will coalesce to form them, and some of it seems to be kind of drifting away, like they're not particularly healthy.
Okay.
Kellisto.
Well, I shouldn't have said anything because I don't know that I can use my ice storm now.
Say again.
Well, I was going to use my ice storm, but I think you're within 20 feet. So.
Do it anyway.
Hey.
That's what he gets for charging it.
Yeah.
Could always whip.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing.
Good old
so.
whip.
Whip Ulfgar.
Whip. Whip it real good.
I'll move behind Ulfgar and do my thorn whip on this one.
Oh, thank goodness. For a moment, I thought you were going to say me.
Tempting.
Does it hit?
Ooh, 12.
Yeah, not quite.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I just need to look at one.
Just realized you got a +9. What'd you roll? You rolled a 3. Okay. On 2 20s. Impressive.
That makes no sense. So the attack appears to it looks like it's gonna hit, and then the whip just kind of passes through the dust method.
Okay.
Okay, that's interesting.
And actually, it is destroyed.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. And I have no other action.
Okay. And Valia?
She's gonna start moving towards everything. I think she can make it to. She's on her.
Okay. And oh crap, that just removed him from the turn order. Son of a bitch. Hang on.
Oopsie.
Why? Except they had 22. That's pretty fucked up. Okay. Then okay, so Valia is on her way, and Dust Method, you see them kind of like move in, and they're one kind of in front of you, Ulfgar. No, I mean all three of them take their hand, point it towards you, and blow into their hand. And need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, and actually Kellisto too. It's an area of effect.
Oh, really? 8.
My question is it magic?
It is. Well, wait. Hang on.
Magic cannot put me to sleep.
Okay. No, it's not putting you to sleep. Instead you are blinded by this dust that kind of magically disperses from their hands, and you are both actually blinded.
Great. All right, let's put a little new icon, shall we? Let's do.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Okay. So that's.
I'm just yelling, what are you doing charging there?
Well, it's your turn, Tobias, so what would you like to do?
Charge in there.
The ceiling in this area is 8 foot high, and the ceiling in this area is 12 foot high.
So you are insinuating that I'm going to fly Tinder in?
I'm just answering possible questions. I don't know.
It's fine. There's a couple blinded adventurers just standing there that are willing to swing at anything nearby. It's fine.
Yeah,
Just
I
come
mean,
on.
what could possibly go wrong?
What was wrong? Yeah, sure. There's no dirt here, so whatever. Okay, I'm going to jump out of the Tinder's back to the balcony.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check. Just saying. You're jumping from a moving creature.
Triple axle, double flip.
It's a low DC.
With a half twist.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sticks the landing. Eight out of 10.
I'm going to go in and untie rope from my belt and tie to Kellisto. And I'm going to toss other end to the tinder.
Okay. Tinder could catch that in her mouth, potentially.
Yeah, pretty much. We might find out on her turn if she's going to catch it or not.
Okay. So Callisto, you feel somebody like... So you're tying the rope around Callisto?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. You feel somebody tying you up.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell her that it's me. Just stand still, goddamn.
I have some not appropriate responses, but you know. I just let it because I figured the little dust sprite thingies wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
Like with rope.
Okay. Then, Aelia. Thank you.
Okay. Aelia moves in and uses Sacred Flame. Because that's all she's got that might reach and help.
Okay.
Spells. Sacred Flame. Hey! On whichever one you think she could probably potentially hit.
Well, she definitely can't see this one. She can see this one the most.
That one.
Okay. Alright, so that needs to make a dex save. Fails, so it takes the full damage, is that right?
Mm-hmm. But it's damage or no damage, it's just a cantrip.
Oh, okay. So...
Cover does not affect the saving throw. I didn't realize that.
Okay. So Aelia finishes it. And these two disappear.
What? Do they
And
have a spell or something?
And make a perception check for Tobias and Aelia, please. Well, Tobias, could you make a perception check, and then could you make one for Aelia?
Mm-hmm.
Not even a slap. I know, gets away with everything. So you both see something falls to the floor where the mephit was.
Okay. Aelia backs up because she realizes that's a very cramped hallway now.
So actually I'm gonna remove that. And there is, something on the floor. Right here.
I'm gonna take a guess that Ulfgar and Callisto are likely to probably want to rub the blindness out of their eyes for a bit.
What do you want to, make another saving throw? It's such a weird thing, like make another dexterity saving throw. Like
That is. You'd think it's Constitution at that point. But...
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you succeed, Ulfgar.
Should I still do it even though it's not my turn?
Yeah, I think, yeah, let's just do that. Let's ditch turn order at this point. Yeah, and you make it as well. So you're both kind of unblinded and...
Ulfgar, what's the thing on the floor?
And he reaches down to pick it up.
It's a piece of black chalk.
He hands it to Tobias. It says, "Here you go. You can finish what you started."
You do notice that on this door here there is a square engraved in the door.
One might assume that the other doors have different engravings of matching symbols to that within the green door.
The green door.
The green door. So, Tobias, here's your chalk. At least I think that's what it is. Kind of looks like it, but it's black.
Why are you assuming that's mine?
Well, you were the one inspecting the room when suddenly you took a nap. So I thought, now that you're not napping.
Callisto shouts to Valia to go look and see if there's another opening on the door.
Which door is she checking out?
Oh, sorry. The green.
Oh, yeah, so she sees the same kind of shaped seals, like there's a triangle, there's a square, hexagon, octagon, and whatever the other one is, I can't remember. And I think it's pentagram, I don't remember. But all of them are still sealed except for the octagon. So nothing has changed since you killed the methods, basically.
And she shouts back, "Nothing's changed. It's not open."
Yeah, because I haven't pulled the lever.
Ulfgar picks up the rope, proceeds to pass Tobias and says, "All right, back to plan A. If you need help, we yank you out."
Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, I'm going. And this time I'm trying not to burn any pages.
So you look at the lever, and just as I think I mentioned this last week, but just in case, the lever does have kind of an ethereal look to it. So a metal plate bolted into the far wall is set with a ghostly lever, was the description.
It's like transparent. I wonder if this is one of those multi-block building structures where that's like the ghost image of where you're supposed to place a block. Quick, someone get some cobblestone and a stick. We need a lever.
All the pages have inscriptions on them?
It looks like they do, yeah. See lots of writing flying around. Some are more than others. Some are quite short. Others seem like the whole page is covered in writing.
I have this chalk. Valia have. She has parchments.
So do you, technically. You nab some out of the air, though they're written on one side.
Okay, so I'm going to grab one more page.
Okay.
They still floating around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's loads of pages floating around.
Okay, so I'm attempting to grab one.
Yeah, you can just snatch
and
one of it.
I'm going to go and push the parchment against the wall and do a drawing of this lever with this chalk.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Nope.
I'm going to scribe word lever.
Right, what are you gonna do?
Scribble a word lever.
Oh, on the parchment?
Yeah, on the parchment.
Yep, nothing happens.
I try to touch this ghost level with a chalk.
Passes right through.
So do my hand, okay.
Mm-hmm.
May I take a more close look around this room?
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check.
Why does it have to be perception?
I mean, the room looks. You don't see anything extra in the room, just the square engraving on the door. And yeah, the metal plate that the lever in is also square. Yeah, it looks like it.
Fireball.
I don't have it.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
I can't. I'm going.
Ulfgar kind of pokes
I'm
Callisto.
going to attempt
How's he doing?
draw outline of the plate where the lever is supposed to be with a chalk, with this chalk.
So wait, what shape are you drawing? You're drawing the lever shape, or?
I'm kind of just outline of the plate.
Oh, okay, so you're drawing like a square around the plate?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when you do that, the lever seems to take on a solid form.
Okay, I'm going to pull the lever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Valia would notice that the square seal on the green door slides aside, and behind it is a square keyhole.
She would then shout to the others, "It's open!"
There's a sigh of relief.
What shapes do we have open so far?
You have the octagon and a square.
Okay.
And I'm going to wallow my ass back to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Well, that's done. Let's go to the next one. And she'd start marching towards Valia.
Okay.
Ulfgar kind of like winds up what he has of the rope and hands it to Aelia and says, "Don't look at me, you're gonna have to get it off of him." And he walks past Aelia. And she just kind of looks at Tobias like expectantly with the rope.
Valia would then start marching towards the next. Actually, I think she would go to where what's his name is guarding the door.
She would notice as she walks by that this door has a hexagon carved into it.
Okay.
So this one has a pentagon carved into it. And yeah, it's kind of swung open at the moment. And this guy is just standing where he's been standing the whole time. The only movement that he's done has been to occasionally beckon Arokh in but has pretty much given up on that by now.
She would kind of like peer around into the door. What's in there?
Nothing.
Not what, but who?
And then she'd shout back, "Come on, guys! We've got another one."
Ulfgar would start moving around. While he's going up the stairs, he'd glance over at the constructs with children's spirits to see if they're still, in that corner and stuff.
They are still huddled in that corner, like they're kind of hiding under, because it was a pile of haberdashery. They're hiding under fabric.
Mm-hmm.
They keep like peeking up at you, checking out where you're going, kind of thing. Making sure you're still there.
Mm-hmm. Ulfgar catches up to Kellisto, says, "Have you decided what you want to do with your twin yet?"
Oh, no, not yet. I mean, we'll let her go, probably, maybe. But she's not really...
Maybe.
You're like, "Well, whenever you need me to, I can open that door."
Oh. Yeah, we can wait. She'll just get in the way.
Aye.
And then Valia is like, "Okay, let's go in." And she'll just start going into the other...
Tobias, did you unfasten yourself from Aelia's rope?
I kind of I wrapped Callisto into a rope.
Yeah, but I think we redid it onto you before you went in to do the lever.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay. So Aelia has her rope.
And I handed it to Aelia. Yeah,
So Valia will see that this guy here is a gaunt human male in a dusty black suit. And she sees him. He's kind of... he's arranging foods. Like, he's got food on plates. Looks like some cakes. And he kind of... He moves them around a bit. And then he sees Valia and beckons her in. And he's kind of gesturing at the cakes.
She'll walk towards him.
Okay.
Like with her
Drooling a bit. Oh, I've only been eating nothing
at
but
the ready.
maggoty bats for days.
Maggoty bats? That's pretty weird.
She'll look at him. She'll be like, "You look more delicious than those do."
So this is kind of what you see. So you do see two more tables. So the one at the back here has mugs of frothy beer. This one has a bunch of cakes and desserts, and this one has a roast boar. Looks like some vegetable stew and yeah, that's it.
Does he actually say something like, "What are you buying?" when you get close?
No, but he kind of backs up and he's gesturing like at the and at all of the tables, and he's kind of trying to stand out the way.
Ulfgar's peering around the corner. "It's a trick. I've got me axe."
Valia goes, "Of course it's a trick." And then she asks him, "Well, what do you want me to do with this?"
I'm just drumming chatter after you.
So, Kellisto, you have Kubazan, right?
Yeah, the frog guy.
Yeah. He says, "Try the roast boar. It looks delicious." And this guy will go, he doesn't say anything, he just goes and he kind of picks a plate of cakes up and offers them to Valia. He's just silent, but just offering food.
I would like to see if I can detect if that's an illusion of a person.
How are you going to do that? You studying?
Yes.
I think you'd need to be able to see him first.
Well, like I said, I want him to be able to peek around the corner right now is what he's doing. You know, just like sticking his head in, trying to get a look as best he can. Where is it? There it is. Oh.
So you're sticking your head in, looking past a human, a half-elf, a lizard person, down the hall.
And he's short.
And you're trying to see if he's an illusion or not.
Yes.
Alright, make a perception check at disadvantage.
Okie dokie. So I will roll. Oh, it should do it twice, right? It does it. It does do it twice. There you go.
You don't think he's an illusion.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Something doesn't seem quite right about his appearance, but he definitely seems real.
Okay.
Valia looks at everything. She's like, I know this is a trick of some sort. Can she look at the table behind him? Is that also food?
This is beer. So there's like a little kind of
Oh,
growler on the back of the table with frothy mugs at the front.
Callisto's
She
still
yells
blind,
at-
right?
Yeah, no. But she's not that dumb. Valia shouts for Ulfgar and says, "Detect your man."
Oh, right, okay. I forget what level spell that is. Hold on. It's a level 1 spell. He'll just straight up cast it because I know nobody wants to sit around for 10 minutes waiting for him. And how far you can do this? 30 feet. So he's going to actually come in just behind her, casting the spell in a cone forwards. Obviously, he's not going to get, like, you know, some of this stuff, like all this stuff, he's not going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And same on the other side, where he's at.
There is a magical glow around this guy. There's nothing from the food, though.
Well, I can tell you that he's got magic going on him. Like, all of him.
Yes.
All of him. No, not just like an item on him, but all of him.
There is also a small magical glow from this tapestry. These are kind of 5 red tapestries hanging from iron bolts, or iron rods bolted to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a small glow from this tapestry.
And he says, and there's something going on behind that tapestry, maybe? But I can't see anything else from here.
Callisto says, the god in my head told me to eat the boar. Should I do it?
Kubusan said, "Look at it. How could you not? It looks delicious. When did you last have fresh food?"
We had some bats recently.
It was a few days ago, yeah. That's when it was fresh.
A long time.
Ulfgar maintains the detect magic spell for now. You can hold it for 10 minutes. He says, so what do you want me to do? He's kind of looking at Valia.
It's obviously a trap.
Yeah, but like, she doesn't understand what kind of trap. And since I'm playing both her and Callisto, neither does Callisto.
Yeah, I'm going to consult Moa.
Moa says,
She's
eat the food or don't. I don't care.
helpful as always.
Ulfgar says, hold on a second, and he walks out the room and he says, Aelia, can you take a look at this guy down here with your, you know, your And she just kind of glances at him a bit and goes, "Oh, right, okay." And she says, "Excuse me, Arokh, would you mind moving aside, please?"
I just kind of jumps down.
And she uses her Eyes of the Grave.
Okay. He does not give off any undead aura.
Okay. She says, "If you're guarding that man down there, he seems fine." But she also glances around the room back here to see if she gets anything else in the gas room while she's there for the kids in the corner or the person in the jail cell. Probably not, but you never know.
So it's no one, anyone else.
Mm-mm.
That's correct. No other undead.
Well, Callisto says, "All right, the frog keeps telling me to eat something, so you guys can."
Ulfgar
You
says,
know.
"There's nothing good in this temple but people that have been captured. That's it."
Yeah. Well, we got to do something. We have to be able to open the door.
And actually, Ulfgar, as soon as you leave the room, sorry, I just noticed that you've popped out there.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you leave the room, you are hit by a crippling hunger and thirst. Your stomach starts kind of rumbling and then growling, and then it's just like, man, you're so hungry. It's ridiculous. And then your mouth is like just dry. You can't couldn't spit. There's like, feels like the desert.
While he's having this realization, would he be able to scan the rest of this area here? His detect magic. Most likely, I'm sure this thing probably glows, but
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it does or not. But yeah, you could. Hang on 1 second. Let me
okay.
scroll back.
While you're
up
looking
to
that up, Ulfgar says, "Oi, the food smells so good. Maybe if you do have a sample, you pull me off an entire pig at the same time." Those bats aren't really keeping me fed lately.
So just the constructs, actually.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, Valia heard Ulfgar say that, the one tapestry is magical, so she's gonna go look at it.
Okay.
If the guy lets her pass.
Yeah, he won't really stop her. Try to stop her. He's just like he picks up a mug of beer and is like holding it out to her, like. What you do notice is that the tapestry is made up of pentagonal patches stitched together. And make a perception check for Valia with advantage, because she's standing there studying it quite closely. Oh. She sees that in the patchwork of pentagons, she sees a subliminal devil's face is kind of cleverly hidden in the design, and the devil's open mouth also forms a pentagon.
That's no good.
She turns to the guy and says, "Why don't you eat something?"
He just shakes his head and kind of pats his belly. And then offers again.
Ulfgar moves back around. Goes back in a little bit.
Valia shouts for, she calls for others to come in and look at the tapestry. She says before she is going to tear it down, and moves out of the way.
Ulfgar will fully move into the room and do a scan of the other areas he missed. And do his best to resist grabbing food. Because he knows it's a trap. But it smells absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the food itself doesn't give any magical glow. Just this guy right in front of you, whose appearance does seem a little off, and the small patch in the tapestry.
Ulfgar puts Bob away.
Okay.
Holds the rapier up threateningly to the guy. And he tries grabbing the guy's like robe, jacket, whatever. I don't know what he's wearing. And he tries to like push him up against a wall or something like that.
Where are you gonna push him up again?
Probably towards Valia.
He kind of when you hold the rapier up to him, he kind of like his eyes get kind of wide, and he like gets this face of the expression on his face is one of kind of alarm. And he will back up between the tables until his back hits Valia, kind of bumps into her and turns around, looks at her, and is like, just kind of very concerned.
She says out loud, maybe if we just eat him.
Ulfgar says, I've been thinking the same thing.
His face is like, and he gestures at the beer again, at the cakes, and he's kind of like, the look on his face is like, what have I done?
And Ulfgar says, can you speak?
He shakes his head no.
Can you write?
Shakes his head no.
Can you understand what I'm saying?
He nods his head yes.
So you can answer yes and no questions easy enough.
He nods his head yes.
What happens if I eat some of this food? What trap goes off? Or no, that's not a yes or no question. Will I be in danger if I eat some of this food?
He shakes his head no.
What is on? I see that there's like this plate of whatever this stuff is. Yeah,
Cakes.
Ulfgar just like lightning fast grabs one while looking at the guys. It's like all over his beard and stuff.
It is delicious. And the cake is like light and fluffy, and the icing is just right. It's just got that.
It's like, what the?
And it's sweet, and oh my gosh, it's been so long since you had like fresh food and baked goods. Wow.
I'm sure that's all going through his head, but at the same time he's like keeping eyes on the guy and he's got the rapier up to him at the same time, and he's just waiting for something to go wrong so he can stab the guy. He's like paranoid at this point. Get a little psychoses going on. But nothing else.
You gain 19 temporary hit points.
What? Jeez. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So that's...
Yeah, I would like to.
That cake
go
was
and...
fantastic. Probably the best cake you've ever had in your life.
Okay, I would like to.
What is
I'd like to investigate the tapestry along with Valia.
Okay. Would Valia have shared any of what she saw there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you can see kind of, knowing what Valia saw, you can look at it and see kind of the subliminal devil's face in the tapestry. And the whole tapestry, you notice that all of the tapestries in the room are made up of these pentagon shaped fabric all stitched together to form these tapestries. But this one has like, the subliminal kind of devil's face in it, and its mouth is open, and the shape of the mouth is a pentagon as well.
Mm-hmm. Ulfgar pointed that is magical, right?
Yeah, Ulfgar did say there was something magical over there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see what? Can I get an idea what kind of magic is this?
The most magical of magic.
Ulfgar, you didn't focus on it, right?
I have not, but he's still got the spell going. Are you asking that?
Yeah. Could you stop shoving food in your mouth?
He did. He just jammed the one cake in his mouth. And it was only like half the cake as well, because the other half is just like smeared across his beard at this point.
That's not what I saw.
So he'll say, "You hold still," and he holds the rapier up to the guy's chest, and
the guy is like,
and he focuses in on the.
Oh god damn it! It doesn't give me the school. Hang on, I always have to Google these flapping schools of magic because I can never remember which one is which. So annoying.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
So. Yeah.
God damn it.
Ulfgar suddenly mutters, "I've gained 19 hit points after eating that cake, but I don't know what that means."
Wished you can take them away again just as easily. Hang on. It's not that one. Evocation.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And right, when you focus on one thing or
yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And then because I think I know what evocation does. Let me take a look. If it's what I think it is, it's not good. Let me take a look at, what is it, Thunderwave. Yeah, that's evocation.
Well, so it says spells that manipulate energy or create something from nothing.
I thought that was conjuration that created stuff. Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, spells that bring creatures or materials to. Well, conjuration says spells that bring creatures or materials to the caster.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
Ulfgar says, "Well, it's either that symbol. It's either something that's been created, or an explosive material. I can't be sure." They're very close when it comes to the schools of magic, but and then he looks.
Did you just eat a bomb?
I don't know. And he looks at the guy, and then he decides to focus on the guy.
Okay, that one is illusion.
He says, "Valia, step aside."
She kind of looks at you. She's like, "Oh, okay." She moves. She doesn't get what's going on.
Ulfgar stabs the guy in the shoulder.
Wow, rude. We're going to talk about Ulfgar's alignment later. So rude. He gives you cakes, 19 extra hit points, and you stab him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, make your attack roll. And then we'll roll some initiative. So this Ulfgar gets like a surprise round, kind of.
Kind of.
He's not super surprised, but you do get first action because...
Is he an object? Do I crit on him?
He is not an object, but you do hit him.
Really? Okay.
Yep. You're able to pierce him with your rapier.
Okay. Allow me to do the said damage.
Okay.
And then I'll do his initiative. And Aelia's initiative. Oh, I need to click on her. Where'd she go? Sorry. Ignore those. Those are all using... Oh, no, wait. That's... Okay, so this... Her initiative is supposed to be 18. I guess I clicked it twice. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Have we got everybody except for him? Oh, no, not even.
Aelia's not even on there. Hold on. Let me redo hers. There you go. Whatever that is.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
jeez. Well, she's not going to do anything because she doesn't know what's going on.
Okay. And Arokh and Tinder, are they staying out of this one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
It's cramped enough. Unless I decide to torch everything.
Alright, so there's yeah, so Aelia isn't doing anything because she's standing out there like do Ulfgar?
So he says, "Drop your illusions right now, or by God, I'll run you right through."
Okay. So you're holding your action, or
until either he attacks, or well, until there's some kind of threatening manner happens, and then in that case he'll attack.
Okay. All right. Then Kellisto.
She's confused. She'll just hold her action.
Okay. Tobias?
Remind me, what happened? Ulfgar just stabbed the guy through the chest?
I know, stabbed him in the shoulder, then threatened him to drop his illusions or he'll stab him again.
Okay, I'm joining.
Joining what?
The stabbing, I think.
The stabbing. Okay, I'm initiating Green Flame Blade. Boink.
Okay.
Are you going to give him an opportunity to drop his illusion, or are you just going to stab him while Ulfgar waits?
It's either killed or be killed.
Killed or be killed?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your attack roll and that hits.
Nice.
Please don't have
Nice.
Green Flame Blade jump to me.
I'm going to jump it on the tapestry.
Which one?
I'll let you pick one other random.
Okay. So he takes a boatload of damage from that.
And 1d8 of fire. Eight. Oh, nice.
So it jumps to this one down here. So this, excuse me, this tapestry gets pretty singed. Let me take the 8 off of him. Okay. So his turn. He kind of like clutches at his shoulder where he was stabbed with the rapier. Sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And then kind of grasps at his back where Tobias just stabbed him. And kind of he's dropped his face down, and when he picks his face back up again, he drops the illusion. And
oh, he complied.
This is what he looks like.
Oh crap. Ulfgar's like, decided to cooperate, have ya? Oi!
And
Good thing that I use fire.
and he is going to claw at you.
Understandable.
Hang on 1 second.
On who?
At Ulfgar. Okay, so he gets 2 claw attacks. 1, 2. So the second one obviously misses.
First one obviously hits.
And that is his. Let me just double check, make sure I did everything that I could. Do that. Yep. Okay, and that's his turn.
I noticed it says something about the claw attack in the chat.
Yeah. Do you want? Yeah. Well, could you do the wisdom saving throw, please? Okay.
No, I can't.
So you are frightened.
So yeah, he's.
Okay. And it is now Valia's turn.
She is going to. Can she climb over these tables?
Yeah, I mean, she could just like.
Wreck the place.
Yep.
Yep. So she's going to do that. And then she is going to.
Hit it with a table.
Her Warhammer.
That hits. And you finish it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That was fast.
Okay.
Yep.
So he kind of collapses, to the floor in like bundles of straw and twigs and cloth.
Callisto yells out to Aelia to check
Check the green door.
Yeah.
And she trot to the trot to the trot to the trot.
Is that the noise she makes when she moves?
Okay, I'm making sure that he will not be able to reassemble again. I'm going to burn the remains.
Okay. Yeah, this tapestry is on fire, by the way. So this is kind of the room is starting to get a little bit smoky. This table is kind of like turned over, and there's cakes all over the place. So when you both leave the room, you are overcome by the same crippling hunger and thirst that Ulfgar felt. And Kubazan says to you, Callisto, you should have eaten the boar. I told you. It's going to be delicious.
Ulfgar's actually like grabbing cakes and stuff right now. He's like, rapier away, gather what food I can, get it out of this room.
So Aelia sees that there's no change in the gate, by the way.
So Valia, does she let us know?
Yeah.
Valia shouts back to Ulfgar and says, "It hasn't opened. There's more. Put out the fire."
So, Tobias, you're setting the scarecrow guy on fire?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Ulfgar said, they just said to put out the fire. Put out the fire. Ulfgar grabs some of the beer.
Using it to put the fire out?
Takes a swig and then splashes some of it on the tapestry.
Okay. The beer is absolutely delicious. It's just the right temperature, just a little bit chilled. The froth is just like collects on your mustache a little bit, and the flavor is, not too bitter, but not too mellow. It's just right.
Little hoppy.
A little bit hoppy, yeah. Yeah, it's
I
absolutely
go get a beer
delicious.
right
And you gain it's almost like inspiration, right? You gain a d6 anytime in the next 24 hours. You can roll the d6 once and add the result to a d20 roll that you just made.
I'm going to click that I've got inspiration for now, if that's all right.
Sure.
But he then kind of sets some of the cakes down and tries putting the tapestry out or tearing it down as best he can to put it out.
Okay.
Valia gets really hungry and comes back in the room.
Yeah, so there's some cakes on the floor from the table. Ulfgar's been picking them up. So Ulfgar's got a bunch of cakes sticking out of his pockets. And yeah, there's the beer table is still right way up, and none of that has been spilled except for what Ulfgar did. And there is the other table with roast boar and vegetable stew on it.
She tries going for the boar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The boar is delicious. It's very rich in flavor, and the piece that Valia grabs is nice and rare. It's not overcooked. It's quite rare for her, and it fills Valia with the feeling of kind of strength, and Valia now has advantage on strength checks for the next 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm just observing this whoa, easy.
Ulfgar says, "Quick, put that straw man out before the rest of the room catches on fire." And he starts stomping on it.
Okay. Tobias,
Okay,
what are you up to?
I'm going to ask why Valia just came back with such a hurry and almost swallowed this borehole.
Just like I'm hungry. Good right now too.
Well, I'm not feeling any hunger.
No?
Ulfgar says, "Move over." Stomp, stomp, stomp.
You hear, while you're stomping on what's left of the scarecrow, you hear something metal in amongst the straw.
He takes out his rapier and just kind of scrapes it out because, ashes and fire and stuff. He kind of digs around in it until he finds whatever it was.
You find kind of in amongst the scarecrow's tunic, a pocket that is singed but not completely burnt. And that sounds like it has something metal in it.
Cake in the mouth. Opens it up. Opens it up.
You see that it is a key.
I've got a key.
And there is also
I've got a key.
Splendid.
a kind of black marble. And one last thing. Let me see if I can find a description of this. There's another spherical object. It looks, it's kind of like putrid green in color, with a darker circle on one side.
The marble?
No, there's actually two. So you find three things in there, right? A key, a black lustrous marble, and this kind of sorry, butt spot. And this other spherical object that's kind of like a bit bigger than the marble. And it's this putrid green color with a dark circle on one side.
You mean marble like glass marble or the marble?
Oh, the marble. Oh, like glass marble. Sorry. I see what you mean. I'm like, what's a marble? But it's not made of marble. It's just like a glass marble.
So it's got a black marble and a putrid green marble?
Yeah, kind of. But the putrid green marble is like a bit like larger. You know, it's kind of like trying to think of something that it's the size of.
Golf ball?
Almost that big. Oh, right.
Okay.
A ping pong ball. Ping pong balls are
An
small.
eyeball?
Yeah, ping pong ball or an eyeball or something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
He says, I also found...
And a key.
Well,
of course.
I also found a couple of orbs. I don't know. And I forgot. Ulfgar got hit. He needs to make a Constitution save to see if he maintains that spell. He was
Oh, the
13. He didn't take that much damage, so he should be able to be fine with it. So he focuses on these items to see if they are magical. It's a magic butt.
That's why I was laughing.
Butt spot.
So the greenish colored one is hang on, let me see if the black one is. The key is not.
So the green one is, but not the black. And the key is not either.
The black marble is not.
But the green one is?
Yes.
Okay. Ulfgar says, Kellisto, come here. As he's like half choking down the stuff, and so he takes another swig of beer, and he says,
I'm clearing the turn order.
and he holds the key out and says, I think this belongs to you, as he kind of motions over your shoulder and hands it to you.
Oh, okay. Pockets it. She's like, I'm not ready to open it yet.
Says, just a guess though. So he focuses in on the green marble.
Yep, it's a magical green marble. That's all you're getting for now.
Okay. It is magic. Okay. Says, well, this one's green and magic, and this one's black and no magic. I don't know what they mean. And he holds him up to Tobias and says, any thoughts? And he kind of goes to put him in Tobias's hands. Takes another swig of beer.
Which one?
Says, either. I don't know what significance they have, but there's a key and these two small orbs in its pouch.
What? Could you hand me this key?
Oh, it was probably to unlock the prisoner down there. Be my guess.
He's giving it to Kellisto.
Yeah, he says.
Calista says, I have the key.
What's could you remind me this devil's mouth? How do they look like?
So it's fabric, right? The whole thing is fabric. It's pentagon-shaped patches of fabric stitched together to form this tapestry. So the mouth appears to be fabric as well.
There's no opening.
Not one that you see.
What have you got hold of there then? What are you thinking of, Tobias?
Did anyone
Help
look
me
behind them?
help me take this tapestry down.
Right. Ulfgar starts like, and he's like dangling his feet up off the ground at this point, and he's kind of like,
Valia gently pushes you back
which doesn't.
and starts doing it herself.
Yep.
So, are you trying to like tear the tapestry off the bar, or tear the bar off the wall, or?
I think she's just gonna like pull it aside at first to see if there's anything behind.
Okay. Yeah, you pull it aside and you don't see anything behind it. Sleep wolves.
Sleep wolves.
And she'll start taking it down if that's what people want.
At best, Ulfgar could look behind them. He doesn't have strength or leverage to get them down. Without climbing on a table, perhaps.
I'm gonna move this guy out of the way just because he's a pile of ash for now. So.
Right.
She'll start with the one next to the board.
Yeah.
Although I guess that one's on fire, right?
No,
So...
they've all been put out.
They've been put out. This one definitely has fire damage. Like half of it is kind of scorched and like hanging, by threads, So she could definitely I guess make a strength check to tear them from the iron rods that are bolted to the wall. Yep, she's able to fairly easily tear it from the rod.
She turns around and holds it out to Tobias. Is this what you wanted?
Perhaps. I'm going to roll that tapestry with the devil.
You're going to what?
You're rolling it up? Is that what you do?
I wanted to roll the tapestry.
Like rolling it up?
Yeah, rolling it up.
Okay. So
because it's off the wall.
So,
right?
So Valia has torn this one down. Is Valia gonna tear that one down as well? Is she gonna keep going?
No,
or?
she's just holding it, and she's like, nobody answered her if this is what they wanted, so she's like, okay.
I wanted
She's just wait.
Ulfgar hands a cake to Kellisto. We're pretty cool.
She refuses, and she reaches in her bag and tries eating her own food.
So yeah, you can eat it. It doesn't seem to be doing anything to kind of quench your hunger, satiate your hunger.
She's gonna be strong.
Okay. Kubasan says, "The boar, quick, before Valia eats it all."
She says out loud, "Shut up." Shut up.
I mean, Tobias, do you want to try pulling the tapestry down? You could make a strength check. You don't have to wait for...
I can always cut it down.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut it down.
Okay, yeah, you yank on it and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So you can take Chatter and kind of cut it from the top.
Oh, I bet he loves that.
Yeah, I'm treating this one just like army pocket knife.
Yeah.
Just multi-tool everything.
Ulfgar starts saying to Kellisto, I suppose if this place is being run by hags down in the bottom, they've got to have a place to eat, right? So maybe this is their automatic replenishing kitchen.
She looks at Ulfgar and she's like, you know that this is all going to be bad news, Bear.
He says, I've got to have something good news for now. Just leave me be.
Alright, so Tobias, you have cut down the tapestry.
I'm going to roll it up,
Okay.
and I'm going to chuck it out of the room.
Okay. So you chuck it kind of like almost like a javelin, and it sails through the air for a second and then disappears. Just kind of evaporates.
Okay, I'm going to step out of the room.
You are hit with an immense hunger and thirst.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going back.
Ulfgar is over there taking one last drink of beer, and then he says, I'm going to wait out here. I don't know when this food's going to explode, but I figured I'd best not be around you when I explode. Then he walks outside the room.
I'm going to take a sip of a beer.
Okay. So you find the same thing that Ulfgar found. It is delicious beer. And you gain a d6, kind of like inspiration that you can use to add to any result of a d20 roll within the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Anything happen to Ulfgar when he walks out?
He feels the same. Feels quite full now. That beer was delicious. The cakes were tasty. Very good.
Valia's gonna start inspecting the tapestries that are still around
Okay.
and see if she can figure out anything.
So I think that Tobias had taken the one where Valia was.
Okay.
So, but yeah, she can, like these three, this one, and this one are all left on the walls.
She'll inspect the one behind the beer.
Okay. It seems to be like an array of different colors, of different shades of red, stitched. They're all kind of pentagon-shaped patches that are stitched together to form this kind of. It's more like a quilt than a tapestry.
Oh, okay, well then she'll start like feeling around to see if there's like anything hidden in it, like that she can feel.
Okay. Yeah. She's kind of patting the tapestry down.
Ulfgar
Takes a little while.
comes back in while she's doing that, says, No, it wasn't any of those. It was that one. And he points over here. Says it was the one that was on that wall had the magic bit in it. If you're looking for something.
Well, she says, well, it's gone now.
Well, no, we put it out.
Oh no, that was the one that he just threw down the hall, right?
Yep.
That disappeared?
Yep, this one has been, there's left on the iron rod at the top is this kind of like frayed bit of fabric.
Oh, so the magic mouth that was there before is gone?
Yes.
Okay.
The rest of what was hanging, there's just this like bit of frayed fabric on the iron rod on the wall, and the rest of the tapestry is gone. I think you would have seen Tobias chuck a rolled up piece of fabric out of the room.
Ulfgar says, well, maybe, hold on a second. Well, while you're doing that, and he starts doing a ritual for detect magic, because I'm sure he's dropped it at this point.
Yeah. So Valia kind of spends a few minutes patting that tapestry down and doesn't find anything unusual, any kind of bumpy bits, or it seems like it's just made of fabric. The only thing that she feels is fabric.
She kind of shrugs. She'll just go to the next one then. She's like, I don't know what I'm looking for, but, there's got to be a way to solve this room.
Okay. So yep, she can start kind of doing the same thing with that one. And Ulfgar is doing his ritual. Kellisto and Tobias doing anything? Or are you waiting for these two to finish?
Callisto is kind of huddled on the floor now. Like, just trying to, like, eat whatever is in her pack, and she's just having a rock. Just kind of rocking back and forth a little bit.
It's like, I just want to sip.
Tobias, the hunger does seem to have, quieted. It's like not nearly as strong as it was before. The boar still smells delicious, as does the vegetable stew.
Mm-hmm.
So Ulfgar, your ritual will finish.
He rescans this area here.
There is nothing there.
He audibly swears. Well, the magic that was there isn't there anymore. He scans the rest of the room and hopes that there's some other salvation.
Negative. Valia finishes patting down this tapestry and finds nothing but fabric.
He then proceeds to go out of the room, over to this open room, and looks in this room with his magic up. His detect magic.
Really? Really?
You don't need to get to that right now.
The mirror and the candles do radiate auras of magic.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
He comes back and he's like, right. And he'll just do a quick scan up here while he's got it eventually. But he's not going to do anything with that information, short of just stow it away in his mind for later. And then he'll come back in here and say, well, I can't find any more magic to help figure things out. I don't know if that magic patch that was on the one that was burned.
That one wasn't the one that was burned.
Which one?
This is the one that was burned. That one right there.
So where's the one with the patch on it?
Weird.
Tobias
That's
cut
the
it
one
down and chucked it out the door and it disappeared.
Gotcha. Okay. And okay, so he scans out here and he doesn't see any sign of a magical, invisible tapestry.
Quilt?
No. Okay. All right. So, Ulfgar says, I don't know that I can find anything else in here, short of food. Aelia, any sign of any opening? Aelia reports back with a positive. No, negative. Negative.
So as you're all standing there, it's almost 20 minutes have gone by. Valia patting down tapestries, Ulfgar running around detecting magic all over the place.
Yep.
Callisto trying desperately to resist eating anything. And Tobias quietly sipping some beer. And the tapestry on the wall over here. Contemplating. Tapestry on the wall over here. Kind of slowly fades back into existence.
What?
Aelia points at it and says, well, there's the one.
What?
It's back.
What?
So that's whatever we have to do to that is it's that tapestry.
And you do notice that it has the same kind of subliminal devil's face in the patterns of the different shades of red.
She'll walk over there and she'll start like playing with it and poking at it and patting it down. And
Ulfgar says, the orbs. Tobias, use the orbs.
What do you mean use the orbs?
The orbs I gave you, the little marble things. One of them was magical as well. Use it on the mouth. I don't know how. You're a magic man. You can do it.
So while Ulfgar is squawking about this, Valia is patting down the quilt, and when she tries to pat on the area where the devil's mouth is, her hand just passes through the fabric on the front side. On the back side, it feels just like normal fabric, but her whole hand, like, it's almost like one hand should have bumped into the other, but it doesn't. It just kind of like disappears.
She shouts,
into
like,
the space.
found it!
Oh, never mind.
She kind of, well, since her hand's already in there, she'll just kind of like feel around.
Okay. She feels what feels distinctly like a very smooth, like cold to the touch lever.
And she will pull said lever.
Okay. Yep, lever pulls.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
And then she immediately pulls out her hand and like inspects it to make sure it's still there.
Yeah.
Does Aelia notice anything?
Aelia, yep. The pentagon-shaped seal slides aside to reveal a keyhole.
Pentagon is opened!
And Valia, inspecting her hand, looks normal.
How about the food?
Food's still there.
Are we still starving?
You are. Valia, right, did Valia leave the room and come back in? She did. didn't
Yeah, and then she ate the boar.
Oh, that's right. So just you, Kellisto, I'm afraid.
Valia tells Kellisto that she's not hungry anymore. Kellisto looks at her. She's like, I don't want to eat the food.
What
She's
other
like, well, try leaving the room and coming back in again. See what happens.
Ulfgar says, I've done it a few times. I'm fine now.
So
Now
she
that
does.
Now that I've eaten something.
Yeah, you just still feel the same intense hunger and thirst.
She comes back in. She's like, she swears and she's like, she grabs something.
What
and
is
eats
available? I know there was cakes, there's vegetable stew, there's the pig, and then there's beer.
boar and there's beer.
She'll, of course, go for the beer.
Okay.
Even though Kubazan is saying pork, right?
Yeah, boar. Kubazan's saying, eat some of the boar. The boar looks more delicious.
She'll grab a little piece of that too.
Piggy wiggy.
So, the beer does the same thing for you that it did for Ulfgar and Tobias. You gain the D6 that you can use on any D20 roll to add to the result. And the boar does the same thing that it did for Valia. It fills you with the strength, and you have advantage now on strength checks for the next 24 hours.
Hmm.
Okay, I've made note.
Okay. Me too.
She looks at them. She's like, I didn't want to eat the food.
You do not feel hungry anymore.
She will then leave the room.
Okay.
To see if she gets hungry again.
Nope.
Yeah.
Seems to have satiated your hunger.
Ulfgar grabs a plate of cakes.
It's like in for a penny, in for a pound
Nope,
kind of thing.
nope, totally different this time.
Okay.
And he also grabs a growler and a cup.
Okay. So you've got like plate in one hand, growler under your arm in the other with
Pretty much. He looks like your average happy dwarf. But he proceeds to leave the room with it.
Okay.
Is all still good?
Yeah.
All right. And he says, Aelia, can you do me a favor? He comes over here and she goes, yes. Just can you bring some of the food and drink to, and he kind of motions over to Kellisto 2, the thinner one. And she says sure, and she'll take some of the food down to the other Kellisto and proceed to give her some food and beer, because I'm assuming that it was just beer that was in it. There's nothing else.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you're giving her beer and what food?
The cakes.
Beer and cake. I mean, great. It's a lovely combo. I always love beer and cake.
Hey, the
together.
cake is gonna absorb some of the beer.
Yeah, she'll take the food and then the beer and consume both.
Okay. And Ulfgar says, you know, I feel that food's just gonna go to waste. I wonder if those wee ones over there, if they eat. And he leans over and he looks over at them in the corner and he says, "Do you eat, wee ones?"
They simultaneously shake their heads no.
No. Okay. Well then. Goes back in and he's like, well, on to the next one then. He looks over at Tobias and Valia.
Which way are you going?
Yes, which way do you want to go? By the way, when he detected magic in here, what was found? Just from the doorway. He did not go in.
Go back to that. You do not find anything magical in there.
Okay. Well, Ulfgar says, well, there's magic in the room that way. There's no magic in the room that way. That's as much as I can donate. And he looks at the table and he kind of looks at the vegetable stew and he just kind of finger.
You're eating the stew?
He sticks a finger in and licks it off his finger.
So you're eating some stew.
Yes.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Let me tell you what the stew does. You feel filled with vigor and as healthy as you've ever been before. And you have advantage on Constitution saving throws now.
So he feels like himself every day. Okay.
Nope, you feel like your best self.
His best self. Bestest self.
And you look at the boar and you're like, I mean, may as well.
Let's see.
It looks delicious, like nice and juicy. And
can I edit this? That's the name. Oh, there we go. Bio and info. I could say advantage on con for 24 hours or.
Yep, 24 hours.
Okay.
These are all for 24 hours.
And then extra.
Got your 10 hit points,
which I already added on, and then he had the.
Got your d6 that you can add to the result of
D6
a d20 roll.
To a d20. All next 24 hours.
Yep.
Okay. Save.
So you don't want to go for the complete set?
Yeah.
May as well. In for no? Okay.
Yeah, because considering he's not hungry anymore, and he's been eating fat, he's all like, no, cakes, vegetables, beer, that's good. Cooked critter, not so much. So he proceeds to leave.
Okay. Where are you going?
South.
Okay.
To the hex room.
Okay.
Because, you know, he's all about getting hexed. He just ate a whole bunch of hexable foods.
Alright, yep, so there is a hexagon carved into the door of the room. And when you look through the door, you see a large, cracked, six-sided mirror is mounted above a stone shelf protruding from the opposite wall.
It's a cracked mirror?
Yep, right there.
And that was magical and the candles were magical.
The candles are magical. The stone shelf was not magical. There are 5 candles on the shelf.
Okay.
Each made of yellow wax, and that's you do see some writing on the wall up above the mirror. Yeah, it looks like 3 words.
Are they big enough you can see them from here?
If you kind of stand there and look at them for a second, you see they say piggy, piggy, piggy.
Oh,
not in relation to what you just ate at all.
Oh, well, you shouldn't have said that, honestly. So how tall is this dresser desk thing? Is it
The shelf?
Because he's actually like 4'12".
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. What, maybe like at 2.5, 3 feet, something like that. It's
So
not that.
his head's up over top of it.
Yeah, easily.
So Ulfgar says, "All right, Valia, I'm relying on you to grab me if something goes wrong here." And he proceeds to walk into the room, one step gently onto the floor, and then another step gently onto the floor. And these are levers?
You don't see those actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for that roll 20. So, I mean, they're permanently part of the map. There was nothing I could do to cover them up. Sorry.
All right. Well, he proceeds to gently move forward. He's like expecting pressure plates or some trap to go off or something as he proceeds into the room towards the glass mirror. Yes, no?
Yeah, nothing's happening.
He says, "It says piggy, piggy, piggy above the mirror." And he looks in the mirror. He just sees himself.
1 second.
A cracked version of himself, I guess, since it's a cracked mirror.
Yes, it is a cracked version of yourself. Hang on 1 second. Yes, you just see yourself.
Okay.
Did you say that out loud, what it says?
Yes.
Okay. Then no, you don't see that. You see yourself, and you also notice this lever.
In the mirror?
In the mirror.
Or actually I see it next to me.
You see it in the mirror.
All right, I turn. Is it there?
No.
He turns back.
Still there.
Mending on the mirror.
It doesn't work.
He goes up and tries to touch the mirror.
Yep, seems pretty solid.
What? I can't seem to repair this mirror. And he keeps looking back and he says that it's shown me that there's something in the room. And he tries using it to see the rest of the room. See if there's anything else that it's going to reveal that might or might not be there.
Yeah, you see the rest of the room. Like, if
it looks different from what
No, it doesn't look different.
Okay. Then he proceeds to go over here and tries reaching for in the mirror. He's looking at the mirror as best he can, which he probably can't see from that angle because it's, showing the other side of the room. But he's still trying to like reach where he thinks the lever would be in the mirror.
You don't feel anything.
He says, the mirror's showing that there's some lever here, but I can't see it.
You can't see it from, like, you can't, in the mirror, you can't see the lever from your vantage point.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, yep.
He says, I can't see it. It shows that there's something here when I get close enough, but obviously from my angle, I can't see it. Valia, can you tilt the mirror towards me?
She will walk in and, like, try to do whatever. Just, I guess, grab it and try to tilt it towards him.
Yeah, and she tries to move the mirror, and it will not budge from the wall.
She's like, I can't.
Well, that's no good.
Alright, well, maybe we'll give you the week to contemplate this, and we will finish up here.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, tune in next time and we'll see what kind of traps we can set off. Obviously, that last one so far seems a bit nicer than anticipated. Maybe this one will be even more pleasant. Give me that look. All right, so tune in next time, folks, for more Tomb of Annihilation. We'll see you then. Bye.
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 Bye.